Good evening, everybody, and just hopping on here. Apologies for not being here last night. I think I fell asleep. I think that's why I wasn't here last night. And so those of you coming in on the live broadcast, welcome. It's Sunday the 15th of July 2018. So if you're coming in on the replay, that is when it will have been recorded. Hi Laura, nice to see you. And so because I wasn't here last night, just hang on, just let me refresh the page so I can see the comments on the screen. Hi Ricky. Because I wasn't on here last night, hi Daniel, I am going to read 2 pages out of Butterfly Whispers. I believe I was snoozing last night, a much needed snooze, had a very feeling very tired. Hi Billy. Nice to see everybody there. Thank you for those coming in and the comments. Hope you've all had a great Sunday. Still roasting hot here. Yesterday I saw that my daughter had actually put a post about some funny stuff, the wet stuff falling out of the sky. Well, I never saw any wet stuff. Apparently there was some rain in Cowes yesterday, but certainly not where I was in Ryde. And I think we could do with some. Hi Dan and Sarah, nice to see you. Yes, so not be, and it's, you know, it is, hi Billy, I don't do the heat very well. I am coping. It does make me a bit tired. Perhaps that's why I slept extra last night and didn't come on broadcast. I don't know. I have had a wonderfully relaxing, hi Paul, a wonderfully relaxing day today. I have been out with friends. Some really nice friends took me out. Hi Kevin Pops Greenwood. And welcome here. And they took me, they at one point they were going to take me across the island somewhere, but they decided we needed to be somewhere where we could get in shade because of the heat and, you know, not all that. So we actually went to Arreton Barnes, and those of you on the island might well know Arreton Barnes. It's a site where there's a lot of little different shops and outlets all together, and we found shade and we sat and we relaxed and we chatted. And we I had a wonderful roast lamb dinner, and then I had a wonderful Eton mess pudding, and some lovely. I also tried a J2O spritzer, I think it was called. It was lovely and refreshing, something I'd not had before. And we just sat and chatted. Hi Mo, nice to see you. And so we sat and chatted, and we had a really relaxing time, not getting too hot. We pootled about a bit. There's a craft shop there. There's more than one craft shop. You agree? Shouldn't complain. Yes, that's right. You've been to Arreton Barnes. It's a lovely, but it is. And I went in there's a craft outlet. There's several craft outlets, but there's a little craft shop. I've forgotten what it was called, and it's a range of crafts. And there was some knitting there, and of course it dragged me in. Hi Janet. It sort of was like a magnet to me, because it had some knitting. It had some lovely knitted budgerigars in little rings, looking like they were on a perch. And so I had a look around there, and I actually had a chat. Oh, you used to work at Arreton Barnes? Wow. Hi David. Lots of people coming in. Lots of love. Lovely. Nice to see you all here. And so I chatted to the lady as I was going out, because it was funny because she was actually knitting a budgerigar, and she'd actually was knitting the wings, and she'd got 2 lots of wool she was knitting together. And I did a project yesterday that I sent off in the post. I'm not going to say what it is in case the person who's receiving it is watching, but it was something where I had to put, I wanted a particular colour for a particular part of this. I'll tell you later in the week what this was all about. But I wanted a particular colour, and I had to combine different wools together to get the effect that I wanted. So, yeah. Yeah. You saw the fact, yes, you love your budgerigars made. Well, Laura, I've got patterns for budgerigars. I'm sure I have. So let me know. I'm starting on the list now, Laura. I've got your cake. We'll be doing some of your other bits shortly. So I was chatting to this lovely lady, and then, as I say, we had a lovely time. And then I went out at about 11. I think I got home about 4, and then I had a snooze. I had a snooze in the chair, and then woke up. And since then, I've been doing some knitting. I'm going to show you what I'm knitting. Look, I'm knitting. I'll show you what it is. It's a 2-tone. Hang on. Let's have a look. It's a 2-tone. It's a heart. Look. a two-tone heart, and that's a gift for a friend. I'm not going to say who it's for, but that's going off to a friend tomorrow. Hi Glenda, nice to see you. So that is my current little knitting project, and I was delighted actually yesterday. Some of you might have seen that I put my Mary Mary Quite Contrary into another event in Vernon Square today. Although I wasn't there, I I had seen that in Vernon Square they were having a fun day, and they wanted people to submit a garden on a 9-inch plate. And because I'd knitted Mary Mary Quite Contrary last week for the county show, what was fantastic was when I measured. Hi Marianne, nice to see you. Oh, so long since I've seen you. Just saying what a wonderful day I'd had. No, so Mary, actually her garden was 9 inches. And so I submit it on a plate, and I regurgitated one of the other things I did last week for the county show, put them on a 9-inch plate, and took them to the library yesterday. So they went to the I hope they went to Vernon Square today. That was the plan anyway, that the people would take them. Now I put those up on social media, on my Facebook page last night, and I'm gobsmacked. I've had 54 people like those pictures, those 2 pictures there, and some lovely comments on there. Just really nice. I mean, this is just what I'm enjoying doing. It's therapy for me. I find it so relaxing, so therapeutic, and so I share it, and just lots of other people are enjoying it. So that's great. I mean, my little book, I don't know where my little pink book is. I've got to find it because it's got the list of all the items in it, and being challenged with all sorts of things. But I'm just adding on the things that people want me to knit. So as I say, today I'm making this little heart. That's going to be finished off tonight, and I've also by tomorrow night I will have this item finished. I've done this once before. I did it for a friend, and then we ended up putting it into something for the Isle of Wight, the UK Pride event, because of the lovely colours. So I'm knitting it again for the friend who I originally knitted it for, and that will go to her tomorrow night. So I've got to I have knitted the body of that. They don't take very long, about an hour and a half for that, so that's not too taxing. So I'm going to enjoy finishing that, and then cracking on with my list of all the lovely things that people have asked me to do. And so far so good. I've got to look up patterns for some of the things, but I'm sure they're there somewhere. So anyway, that's the knitting catch up. Let's do the not the creepy clown. Do you know what? The people I was with today said they didn't like clowns either. He's actually quite a friendly clown, but I do understand why some people actually don't like clowns. And my godson was one of those. He was absolutely terrified of clowns and the painted faces. Absolutely terrified. I don't know if he's grown out of it now. I haven't seen him for a while. But it can be quite scary, can't it? So anyway, today is the 15th of July, Sunday the 15th of July, but because I didn't come on last night, I'm going to read the 14th of July's entry and the 15th of July. So you get 2 tonight instead of 1. Okay, so this is out of Butterfly Whispers, that lovely book I read to you on a regular basis, written by Vanessa Louise Moore. You hate cows. You hate cows or you hate clowns? I don't know whether you mean clowns or cows, or whether you've just mistyped. The definition of a successful person is simply an ordinary person with extraordinary determination. You cannot keep a determined person from success. If you place stumbling blocks in their way, they will take them from stepping stones and will use them to climb to new heights. The one who succeeds has a goal, a dream, and makes their plans and follows them. And that was a quote from Mary Kay Ash. And then Vanessa goes on to say, think about it for a while. An ordinary person, well, that's you and I, with extraordinary determination, this is where the numbers diminish. Why is it we lack determination? There could be many reasons. Hi Karen, turning stumbling blocks into stepping stones. Clever, but again, few of us do it. Simplify it. They who succeed have a goal, a dream, a plan, and gets going. Have an extraordinary day. Well, I hope you have had an extraordinary day. Cows moo. Oh, you did mean cows. Aha, right, okay, moo. There we go. So that was the entry for yesterday, and today's entry is, oh, I'm loving all the little pictures. look at all that. So today, the 15th of July, Sunday the 15th of July, how we interpret things. My 7-year-old asked me for some spring juice. I smiled at him and asked what that was. It suddenly dawned on me that it was summer fruit squash. Love him. He had his own interpretation. He knew what he meant and believed he was right in asking for spring juice. Hi, Ian. We all think different. We all think in different ways. Just because someone interprets things in a different way from us doesn't mean he or she is wrong. It made me smile. How we interpret things is key to how we think. So there we are. So that's those out of there. And as I say, I had this wonderful day with friends, being taken out, totally relaxed, really nice in the shade, totally relaxed. One thing too, we were sitting in an area where there was no signal on the phone, and do you know what, that was absolutely wonderful, because obviously my phone goes with, I can't show, I'm showing you my phone case, but my phone is there because I'm talking to you on my phone. Thank you, Laura, I'm glad you liked those words. So the phone, actually we had no signal, and do you know what, it was really lovely to have no signal on the phone coming in. I lead a very busy life. I have a lot of things going on in my life. At the moment, I have some stuff that's not quite so nice going on in my life. I'm not going to elaborate on that. I don't need to. It's being dealt with. But what was nice was during that time of having lunch and chats with my friends, it didn't bug me what was going on. It was not there. The messages weren't coming in. It was silent. Of course, as soon as we went out and got the signal, it went ping, 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 and the messages came in and I caught up with them. But you know, sometimes it's good actually not to do that. I mean, I never switch my phone off because I've got children, you know, around the place. I was going to say round the world. My children are not round the world. My children are in the UK. I have family members around the world. That's what I was thinking of, and obviously I've been talking to some of them today. So I never switch my. I know people say you can switch your phone off, but I don't for that reason, in case they ever need me. But as I say, it was so nice just not to have all those messages coming in today. But I have caught up with the messages I needed to catch up to tonight, and so there we go. So tonight I didn't have a huge amount because not a huge amount's happened yesterday. Yesterday, as I say, I didn't broadcast. Today I've been out having a lovely time, and didn't have to go very far for that lovely time either. So I just thought I'd do a bit of reading out of some of my my little books, and I thought I'd go for this one today, Must Try Harder. And this is one, it says the very worst, and then the worst is crossed out. It says the very best howlers by school children, and it's some of the things I so wish when I was a teacher that I had written down some of those hilarious things that the children say or the children write, you know, when they get themselves muddled up and they get it in, you know, into get a bit confused. It says, during his years as a teacher, Norman McGreevy has enjoyed collecting the worst or perhaps best efforts of school children struggling with the banana skins of the English language. Here are gems on many topics. Hi Cordy, hi Tony. From history, Rome was overthrown by invasions of the Huns. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Visigoths and osteopaths. To religious instruction, Solomon had 300 wives and 700 cucumbers. Many have an uncanny ring of truth. Matrimony is a place where souls suffer from a time on account of their sins. And a priceless collection guaranteed to bring tears of laughter to your eyes. So I found this in a charity shop. It cost me all of £1.50, but I thought it would be making some amusing reading, and so I have marked some of the things off to read to you tonight. And this is the first one. It says, men are mammals and women are femamals. And these are things that children have written, this teacher has collected over the years. The adder is a poisonous snack. I should imagine it should have meant snake, but there you go. An octogenarian is an animal which has 8 young at birth. So there we go. And got all these lovely little stickers, look, on the side. No, you can't beat charity shops. I've got another one here, the Lock, Stock and Barrel one I'm going to read to you also from the charity shop. And that one was all of, oh, that was £2. Oh, I really pushed the boat out for that one. And I do look in charity shops for knitting patterns too, because obviously, you know, with all the knitting I do and all the patterns I get, if I can get any in the charity shops. And I've got people looking out for them for me in charity shops now too. The largest mammals are to be found in the sea because there is nowhere else to put them. Oh dear, out of the mouths of babes and sucklings. It's lovely. I mean, I had some real classics when I was a teacher. As I say, I so wished I'd recorded them. And, you know, I could be famous now for having books. But crude oil is a vicious substance. Hi, Karen. Nice to see you. You love charity shops too, Janet. Excellent. Hi, Paul. Nice to see you. So if teeth are not cleaned, plague is the result. Oh dear, oh dear. Vacuums are nothing. We only mention them to let them know we know they are there. Oh, it's just so wonderful. In biology today, we digested a frog. To germinate is to become a naturalised German. There we go. I'm loving my little stickers. I bought all these lovely little stickers in the works. I think I've shown you this before. Hang on. Because it's great for marking the pages. My lovely... Look, my lovely little, it's a little container. It was £2 and it has loads and loads of stickers. Look, loads and loads of stickers in little square, these little ones here, and all those lovely little coloured ones that mark the corner of the pages. So that's great, isn't it? So, right, we've done that page. Let's turn the page over. Whoops, pages are sticking together. Oh no, they're not. Hang on. Rainbows are just to look at, not to really understand. And clouds are high-flying fogs. And another one on clouds. Clouds just keep circling the earth around and around and around. There is not much else to do. And I know what a sextet is, but I'd rather not say. Refrain means don't do it. A refrain in music is the part you better not try to sing. So there we are. A few of those fun bloopers that children make. There we go. And so that's that. And now Lock, Stock and Barrel. This is the one that it's familiar sayings and their meanings. I've read from this before. It says, why should getting something into apple pie order often lead us to struggle onto the bitter end to avoid letting the cat out of the bag? If the solution has you cudgelling your brains, take it straight from the horse's mouth and discover Lock, Stock and Barrel, why we regularly resort to these and hundreds of familiar sayings. It's a scary people. Yeah, it's an absorbing A to Z which gets to the heart of hundreds of commonly used expressions. This collection provides hours of happy browsing as well as rewarding reference on the origins and ancestry of popular phrases and proverbs that crop up in conversation without being given a second thought. Easy to read and with useful cross references, Lock, Stock and Barrel won't leave you high and dry or flogging a dead horse when you next ask yourself how the dickens something found its way into everyday speech. So, what colour did I use today? Whoops, I can't remember what colour I used. Oh, pink. Because I've got so many different ones in here, rather than take them all out, I just put another colour in and then I couldn't remember which colour was today's colour. It was pink. Let's go. Oh, I've only got a couple. Have I only got a couple in here today? Wait a minute, let's have a look. No, it wasn't pink. Hang on. No, it wasn't. It was yellow today. Sorry, I got that wrong. Right, let's have a look and see. Right, in cahoots. So I don't know if you know what in cahoots means. This American expression meaning to be in partnership or in league with someone developed from the French word for a small nut, a cahoot. Hi, Nathan. Presumably living with someone in confined surroundings required a high degree of partnership and close cooperation. So that was in cahoots. And let's have a look at the next one, which is in the pink. There we are. That's perhaps why I thought I was using pink stickers today. In the pink. Used in this context, pink does not refer to the colour but to a point, as in pinking shears, characterised by their blades with pointed edges. To be in the pink, or to put it more fully, in the pink of condition, is to be in the best of health, the peak of fitness. In Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare refers to the very pink of courtesy, and Oliver Goldsmith's most popular play, She Stoops to Conquer, contains a reference to the very pink of perfection. So there we go, that's that one. Whoops, let's whiz through, sorry. Here we go. And a tea caddy. Although a tea caddy is the English name for a tea container, the caddy part is derived from a word in the Malay language for a quantity of tea. This was called a kati, and it was a measurement of slightly more than an English pound that was widely used throughout Southeast Asia. See, you're getting a whole education, aren't you, here? Or perhaps you already knew these things. Maybe you did. Thinking cap. The metaphorical process of putting on your thinking cap before giving the answer to a difficult problem recalls the placing of the cap on a judge's head when he passed sentence. Hi, Catherine. This was later restricted to the passing of the death sentence alone. And finally on this one, to boot. To gain anything to boot is to obtain it in addition to what one was expecting, to gain it into the bargain. In this context, boot has no connection with footwear. It comes instead from an early English word, bot, which means profit or advantage. So there we are. They do say you learn something every day. Yes, and you know what? Every day is a school day. And I used that expression and somebody didn't like it and they told me off. And you know what? I'm going to use that expression, because if I want to use an expression on my broadcast or in my social media, I will. And so I do. You know, every day is a school day. There's things to learn every day. I'm always extending my knowledge, whether it's by, you know, books like that, whether it's going on YouTube. I've just been watching Pointless, the Pointless programs on YouTube. I think I've told you before, I don't have a TV license. I don't see the point of paying out when I wasn't watching TV, didn't find much that I liked on TV, so save my money for better things. So what I do for entertainment sometimes I just sit quietly and do my knitting, sometimes I have music on, and sometimes I go on YouTube, and sometimes it will be YouTube. I'll be watching motivational videos or you know, that sort of thing. And today I've been watching Pointless. Hi Parita, Pointless, the program, and of course even watching the quiz programs extends your knowledge, because I can answer some of those questions, but there's a lot I can't. So by listening to that, then I'm extending my own knowledge while I'm doing that. So you know, every day is a school day, and you know, anybody who pretends. I mean, I had somebody once who I would say had a go at me. I was delivering some training here on the island on behalf of somebody from the mainland, and it was business training. It was helping improving in the business field, and this person was really cross with me because he was a business and personal coach. And, you know, to have a go at me being a business and personal coach actually doesn't sit well with what he said he was, you know, because actually having a go at people when you're that sort of person should not really match. Anyway, he really got mad at me because he decided that because he was the coach delivering it all, he knew everything and there wasn't anything else to learn. And I just thought, oh dear, how sad. If you think that you know it all, then, you know, you're... it was my broadcast totally, you see, Laura, and that's the point, you know. What lady does hair, Mum? Oh, my hair, I tell you what, who does my hair. My hair is done by Jane Mott. I'll give you her link later, Nathan. She comes to me. I don't have to go out to the hairdressers. My hairdresser comes to me. So I'll let you have her link and her details later, Nathan. So that's nice. I'll be more than happy to recommend her because she's been doing my hair for quite some time and I like the way she does my hair. You know, so I don't know what the rest of you do for extending your knowledge, but, you know, I just love looking on YouTube. Sometimes I just go on there for entertainment, but so often I'm just watching those quiz programs or, as I say, finding motivational stuff. If I feel a little bit like I might not be quite as bubbly as I usually am, you know, maybe something's on my mind, then I put on either motivational videos or I put on lots of lovely music, because you know there's a huge amount of lovely music out there, and I love the 60s, 70s and 80s music, so I put on that. Actually, I like some of the more modern music, but I'm not very good on knowing who the people are. But you know, YouTube is my go-to. YouTube and podcasts, loads of podcasts I listen to. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the lady. Oh, yes, sorry. Thank you, Nathan. I got that wrong. Nathan didn't mean who does my hair. He meant who was talking about shaving ladies' hair. That's Lynn Bell. That's another mad, crazy Lynn Bell of Christopher Paul's Barbershop. All right. So that's the link you need. Let me put this in. Find it on Facebook. Whoops. Hang on. Let me put it here. Christopher Paul's. Whoops, hang on, barber shop. Christopher Paul's Barber Shop. It is somewhere on Facebook. I haven't I've just put the name on there. There we are, Christopher Paul's Barber Shop. It's in Pyle Street in Newport, very near Easy Way. Nathan, a few doors along from Easy Way. I can let you have the lady's name. This is her. She's Lynn Bell. There we go. She's Lynn Bell. She's another crazy, mad Lynn B, like me, if there was another one. So anyway, I'm going to head off. Oh, Nathan, look, there's one of your footballs. Nathan wants 10 of these for fundraiser, so I've got to crack on and do some footballs. Lots and lots of bits and bobs. Hi, Therafina. I'm not sure, folks, whether I'm going to be broadcasting much this week at all. I've got meetings and then I'm off on family stuff. So just watch out to see. So I'm not making any promises of broadcasts for a little while, but just pop on. You know, there might be a bonus, and I'll come in and out when I can. But I don't want to promise when I'm not quite sure that I can deliver. So I will be posting things on my posting up on my page. Follow that and see, and then I'll try and do some broadcasts. It might be an odd daytime one here or there, just depends on what's going on. But I'm going to love you and leave you now. I'm going to finish off this little item, and then I'm going to do a bit more, and then I'm going to not be too late for bed tonight. I've already had a snooze today. This heat seems to be wiping me out, but it doesn't matter, does it? I can do what I like. So anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you all for coming into broadcast again. I hope you enjoyed some of those phrases and things from the books. And yeah, I will. Thank you, Janet. Thank you so much. Nice to see you here. I will just have a night sleep. That's right. Okay. So love you all lots. See you all soon. Bye for now.